Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Big Red Leads. I'm Big Red, getting you and your business back to black. Comparison is the killer of all joy. Keeping up with the Joneses, not being your authentic self. Too busy worrying about what others think about you is one thing. Comparing what you don't have or where you're not at, status wise, to someone else, especially to someone that you know, is a ultimate devastating, and a lot of times it's very difficult move to try to backtrack. What are we getting at with this? It's like saying, I'm pretty sure most of you have heard the term or the phrase, imitation is one of the greatest forms of flattery. And it is. Let's say you have a program that you're selling. Just give you a real life example. You have a program that you're selling, let's say for $2,500, $5,000, right? You learn in that program and you apply it on a daily basis. Once you have completed the courses or whatnot, and you've actually gone through it, and you make money while you're inside the program. You're making money. You're making your money. You've made more in the short amount of time of using the program than actually finishing it, and you've made your money back. Now, that is depending on the individual. Everybody is different. If that is not a quote-unquote success story, I don't know what is. However, comparing the fact that, let's say you did not, and you're not where you should be, or where the person who is teaching is, please understand what that is. You are instantly killing everything that is the possibility of the happiness and the joy that comes from you being successful for you, not being your authentic self in this space for you. All these things are for you. It is for you to have. It is being presented to you and given to you in this way. You are exchanging goods for this service. The service is to help you see something inside of yourself that you do not see yourself, or you are not capable of doing yourself, without some assistance and some help and some guidance along the way to get you to this particular place. Whether it's made up in your head or whether it's something that you can actually see it. There's actual testimonies and people actually becoming and getting the success that they deem that they want and have written out for themselves. So why would you go comparing yourself to someone else? Like, they got this car, they got this woman, they got this life, this is the life I want. And then you look back at your own and you don't appreciate what you have at the time. I don't care if you're riding a bike and you have an apartment and this person has a 10-bedroom mansion, whatever. Comparing what this other person has that you want and looking at yourself as not worthy will stomp out any inkling of joy that you possibly had for yourself. So you're not only are you putting yourself back financially, you have put yourself back mentally, emotionally, and psychologically, in the sense that you are defeating yourself before you have even begun because you were too busy comparing. People look on Instagram, they're looking at all these great photos that these people are taking about some fake lifestyle that they claim to be living. Now, I'm not saying that everybody on Instagram is fronting and being fraudulent. Facebook, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is most of the people post nothing but the things in the highlight reels of what they're doing great at. Why are you comparing your life to someone else's? That's not fair to you. It's not fair to your family. It's not fair to you, and it's not fair to your employees. It's not fair. And I'm not saying that life is fair, but life is balanced. If you're focused, if you're truly, truly focused, you're out of balance. If you're on purpose, you're on purpose. Purpose comes first. You shouldn't be out here chasing women. Women, you shouldn't be pursuing men. If you're on purpose, if you are on code, if you have a set of principles that you abide by and you live by, at what point do you just say, you know what, I'm going to discipline myself before I even think about dating? I'm not going to compare myself. Why would I go out and buy, we'll just throw $150,000 car and I don't have a house? I'm not saying buy a house. I'm just simply saying, why would you buy something that instantly loses value and you're too busy comparing yourself because you saw on somebody's Instagram that they just bought an Aston Martin, Mercedes, whatever it is. Comparison is the killer of all joy. Now, there's been several people who have claimed and have this quote. I can't give credit to who said it first because I don't know. Because I would surely be giving them credit for this. But it is powerful beyond just those simple words. And to be honest with you, this is something that goes along with this. You don't have to like the messenger. You don't have to respect the messenger. The messenger is not important in this case. But the message is, do not compare yourself or your story, your journey, your business, your maneuvers, your strategies, any of that to someone else. You don't know what that person was going through when they created this business. You don't know what they were dealing with, the circumstances, and the quote-unquote burdens that they were under when they had to push themselves through this particular moment at this particular time, and what responsibilities they were responsible for at that time. You don't know their story. Even if they wrote you a detailed book about it, this is my story. You follow it word for word. You cannot put yourself in their shoes. We've all heard walking a mile in someone else's shoes. Shaq has a goofy commercial with it, him and a young lady wearing his shoes and he's wearing her shoes. But it's true. Because at some point, you will eventually give up. What were the motivating factors that put that person in position to move forward, knowing that it was difficult, not knowing if they were going to be able to pay their rent or their mortgage, not knowing if they were going to be able to pay their staff, not knowing what was going on with them mentally that had them questioning themselves and put doubt and fear in places where, for you, you're just following the blueprint. Quit comparing yourself to someone else. Get yourself some principles. Let's start there. So now that you stop that, let's step right into this. Get yourself some principles. Something that you can follow. Something that will guide you in the moments where you feel weak, where you're questioning yourself, where you're tolerating things. Principles that back you up and simply repeated to oneself will carry you through and give you the momentum that you need to move forward and to continue to strive for perfection. Continue to get better. Be a learned person. Continue to be a student of whatever it is that you're pursuing, your dreams, your goals, your purpose. Comparison doesn't do anything but get you in trouble. Who's better, LeBron or Michael Jordan? No one cares. And those who do care, I can tell you where they are in life. I'm not saying that they're not successful in their own right. But what I am saying is if your own purpose is your own code and you have principles to back you up, you're not concerned about what they're dealing with or what they're going through. Especially if you're on code and on purpose and you're building your own empire. We have too many other things to concern ourselves with right now in society. And people are still comparing themselves to someone else. If you're feeling lost, get yourself a mentor. You wouldn't take money from a stranger, you wouldn't take candy from a stranger, and you won't take advice from a stranger. Many years ago, friends of mine gave me the nickname Red, and it stuck. And just a basic principle in business of businesses being in the red, their goal is to get every single quarter back to the black. That's my opening salvo, if you will, my opening phrase to every one of these that I film. I got into filming this because somebody told me that it was suggested to me by more than, quite a few people, to be honest with you. But one person in particular said, you should just record some of your thoughts. Things that you naturally do on a regular basis. And it speaks to what I do professionally as my profession and my purpose. I know what I'm here for. I'm here to serve. And everyone on my team knows that. Do you know what you're here for? It's not to compare yourself to someone else. I can guarantee you that. Be your authentic self. Stop comparing yourself to others. And write your own story. If you need help, get yourself a mentor. Get yourself a business coach. Get yourself a life coach. Speak to the elders or people who you see as being successful. Speak to those people in your neighborhoods, in your community. You can learn from every single person who's in your circumference. No more comparing. Because it's stifling and taking away a part of you that is needed for your own level of success. Celebrate every single small victory along your journey. Love you all. I know this will help somebody. Like, share, definitely subscribe to the channel. This is Big Red Leads. Have a great day. Peace.